Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the stock market and commodities update. So today we'll be doing natural gas, UNG, gold, silver, US dollar, as well as QQQ, S&P 500, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Meta. So I just got back from my cruise, and so let's get started. So natural gas on Tuesday, we're making a video saying that this area is a strong level of resistance, and we're very likely not going to get over it because of the speed of which we ran up to it. So that means bulls have already ran a marathon, and now they are tired after hitting that resistance. You can see this maroon looking line right here, rejecting it so far close to 7 times, and we have rejected from there again. So the question is the size of this pullback healthy, and are we able to retest it again or not? Let's measure it from the bottom of the move right there and the top of the move. So far we are technically not in a bull flag territory anymore because we broke 0.382 and went below it. But as long as the bulls can hold above the 50% retracement, then it's still favoring the bulls for a bounce from there. But if we start pulling back below the 50% retracement, then on the next bounce, bears will have a lot of room now for a daily lower high, meaning this high is going to be lower than this high, right? So because look at how much room now bears have if they break through that 50%, right? Even on a big bounce, they can still make a daily downtrend. But if pulled above the 50% mark, right? Big move up, big move down, but still favoring the bulls because look how much bulls have room left for that bounce to potentially retest this zone again. So far, still a healthy pullback. No signs of red flags yet at the moment. We're still above the 200-day moving average, this yellow line, and we're still above the 12 EMA on the daily time frame. So it's still good, and we're still on a daily uptrend as well. And let's take a look at the hourly chart to see if any signs of bounces yet. So at this moment, we're in the hourly downtrend, but and there's no signs of bounce at this moment yet. So bears are still in control of the hourly time frame in the very short term. So what we want to see is we hold potentially. Take a look at some key support levels. We definitely want to hold 3.184 because that was the prior level of resistance here. This one just came up and went back below 1 day. So ideally, we hold above 0.382. If we can't, ideally, we want to hold above 3.13. You can see these are the top zones of these levels that we tested priorly and just went straight back down. But now we're above it. So we want to see those levels hold as support. And that's also coinciding with the teal looking line, which is 12 EMA. So if we do come down to that, I want to see a bounce here on the hourly time frame. Potentially form that hourly uptrend here. So let's say we come down here on Monday, bounce here, pulls back a little bit. I want to see an hourly uptrend forming here for us to say that this can potentially mark the bottom of this drop, and we may retest the level again. We'll see if that happens this coming week. And yeah, so far the pullback's healthy. We are a little bit oversold. You guys know I talked about this on Tuesday, saying we're probably going to reject because we're overbought. So not oversold, overbought here. And at the same time, we ran 25%, right? Straight to a strong resistance where we rejected 7 times. So very likely a pullback. So this was still a healthy pullback. So let's see if the bulls can give us that hourly uptrend back to our favor. All right, let's take a look at UNG. This is a tradable ticker for natural gas. So it's very similar. You can see couldn't get over this area just like natural gas can't get over one area, and then we pulled back. So still a very healthy pullback. Let's measure it from the bottom to the top. UNG is still in a bull flag, but obviously it needs to depend if natural gas itself moves or not. So the idea is that bull flag idea is just a shallow pullback, and it still has room to move above. So technically right now it's still under the 200-day moving average. So I want to see us close above this yellow looking line. And So confirm the bull flag if we do get back above $8. So if we bounce from here, say we pull back to this 3.18. So this would just be another little drop. And it would hit probably 7.45. And then we bounce from there and get that hourly uptrend back to bull's favor. Maybe potentially confirm this bull flag if we break above $8 here. We can get that going. So far, bulls are holding well. No signs of huge red flags yet. But if the bears start to bring it down lower and lower, over 50%, then it starts to shape up pretty big red flags. All right, let's go oil. So oil, we had a big drop, bounce, slightly pull back. Now it has confirmed a daily uptrend back again. Obviously, we all know the news around the world that's affecting oil prices. So there's a lot of macro going on. So which made oil spike on Friday. So and also confirmed the daily uptrend. So as long as daily uptrend is intact, bulls are back in control. So we zoom into the hourly time frame. So we keep following the hourly uptrend. So it confirmed the hourly uptrend here as well, with the daily time frame at the same time. So as long as the hourly uptrend continues, bulls are probably going to come back up to test this 82 zone. Let's take a look. Is there any stronger race? 81.32 is probably going to be the one they test first. Around this area as well. 80 and 81.3. Just going to put a line down these levels. Yeah, no signs of slowdown on Friday for the bulls. You can see we pretty much closed at the high of its day. So there's probably going to be more room to continue. And depending on obviously our macro news, see whatever happens over the weekend. And, yeah, for the bulls, continue to follow the uptrend. And this bounce is already over 50% of the drop. So it's definitely favoring the bulls now. You can see from top of this move, the bottom of this move, we already bounced over 50%. So now it's favoring the bulls on the upside at this moment. Hence, we also confirmed a daily uptrend. Let's take a look at dollar. Wait, let's go with gold first. So gold had a huge bounce, one of the biggest bounces I've ever seen in a while. You can see this how big this green candle is compared to any of the other ones before. Maybe this one here, 3.63%. Yeah. So obviously we know why it bounced, because as the macro news around the world as well, gold is a safe haven for investors. So if there's more uncertainty in the market and things going around the world, then gold spikes. So I remember talking about down here on, for which day it was, last week, saying that you can see it's been holding a lot of lower wicks. So there's either someone's playing defense there. Again, all the times that we came down and tested, we just can't break through this level, right? Over and over again. And finally, we had a bounce and then it started to trend an hourly uptrend. You can see hourly uptrend confirmed over here. And if it continues, it'll very likely go head higher. And then we had some macro news here. Obviously, nobody could predicted this part, but after it confirmed hourly uptrend, and then we happen to have macro news, which helped the technicals at the same time, and we got a big bounce there. RSI at 91, 90 for the hourly trend. But technically, we're not even overbought on the daily yet, but it's a huge bounce for gold, and we are now going to come up, probably test this 1940 level, close to this zone right there. Obviously, if we get more news macro wise, then we may potentially get more spike over here. So we'll see if that happens. US dollar, similar situation here. You guys know what I talk about, the head and shoulders forming. And right here, this is the left shoulder, this is the head. And I talked about this multiple times, saying if we drop and if we bounce at 105, we're probably going to head and shoulders look. So now we get the right shoulder starting to form. So pretty much this is the spot that the bears need to show up. If they don't show up and we break above 106.8, head and shoulder gets negated, then they probably going to make a new 52-week high. This is the spot. Bears need to show up, bring this back down, and break below 105.6 to confirm a daily downtrend. Right now, it's still in a, let's see, we broke below this pivot, so we're in a neutral trend. And now this was an uptrend right here. This drop broke below this pivot. We're in a neutral trend. And then now, if the bears want to confirm a downtrend, we need to bring it back down below this Thursday's low, which is 105.53. So we'll see if that head and shoulders ends up forming or not. The head and shoulders psychology of it is just a uptrend into a downtrend. See, uptrend into a downtrend. There's into the hourly chart to see if we get any more clues. No clues, no signs of bears at this moment. Because you can see hourly is in an uptrend and this pullback is still healthy. So no signs of bears. So if I do see something potentially Monday, we come up from like a double top with the Friday's high underneath 106, or we check here, come down, then we may start to get that head and shoulders look. But I want to see an hourly downtrend confirm here for us to say pattern could be more likely, because if we can hourly downtrend confirm there, we're probably around this level. And then that would give us more probability of it potentially happening. If we can't even get an hourly downtrend here, then bulls are still in full control at the moment, because we're still in an hourly uptrend and looking like macro is also affecting this as well. So silver, similar look with gold, held that bottom 4 times, bounce. So it was a technical bounce here, and then we have macro news obviously on Friday, and then it spiked up back above 22.23. So we're actually back above this this prior triangle pattern here. So yeah, so probably likely trade within it again. And even though we had this little thing on the bottom, technically can draw that triangle here as well, a line like that. So if we do break above 23, and I'm looking back above 23.3, and obviously the final resistance is this downtrending marine looking support resistance here. Resistance. We're probably going to reject from there again if we test there the first time due to the size of the bounce. If we head straight there, we're coming down from here all the way up here. That's 15%, right? We will be probably very overbought at that point, unless it does something like this, where we come up to here and then it just goes sideways forever, cool everything off, and then boom, then we can potentially break it. But so now I have to see needs to break 23 first. All right, that's all I got for you guys on commodities, and I'm gonna head over to record the stock market of the video, and yeah, it'll be a video right after this one, and you will see it pretty much in probably 20 minutes. Have a great rest of you guys' weekend.